Good morning. My name is Nathan Zanero, and I'm a senior industry consultant for Upstream Oil and Gas at Teradata. And today I'd like to give you a little bit of an introduction to Teradata and what we're doing to help the oil and gas industry. Teradata may be the biggest company you've never heard of. Like the BASF commercials from years ago, we don't make a lot of the things you use, but we make a lot of the things that you use better. We support 80% of the Fortune 500, and we're rapidly growing in oil and gas. Teradata believes that the most important aspect of digitalization is the ability to act and operate on your data. And as your business evolves, you must be able to expand and contract all areas of your business, including your digital footprint. There are also many other aspects to consider for your digital strategy, and you're undoubtedly inundated with these ideas. But at Teradata, we view them as more than platitudes. So let's take a moment to see how Teradata is helping oil and gas in specific and tangible ways. Teradata deployed its first solutions in oil and gas in 2012 with ConocoPhillips. Since then, Conoco has grown their solution to cover all aspects of their business across the globe. We provide support for finance, ERP, operations, accounting, and many more parts of their business. Our solution has incorporated over 75 systems of record now, from SAP to WellView, SCADA, and many more, and has provided all of their business users with a powerful and unified view that has enabled them to become highly flexible in tumultuous times. By combining the data from many technical disciplines, Conoco has been able to develop analytics which are best in class and at a very low cost. After integrating SCADA and Wellmaster and ERP data, Conoco developed a system they call Well Scout, which has allowed them to review their wells daily instead of quarterly. Reports that previously took months to assemble can now be fully automated as needed, daily or even more than that. This allows Conoco to quickly adapt to changing oil markets and commodity prices, and they have remarkable agility to determine which wells to invest in to optimize their current and future business outcomes. A Permian operator was able to significantly reduce their Aries reserves estimate error rate by using Teradata. We developed for them an XGBoost framework that allowed them to identify potential errors before running simulations and automatically notify their technicians to correct those errors before they occurred. This has saved them time and money while also improving their investor confidence. The same operator came to us because their engineers were spending several hours every day trying to compile performance reports for drilling rigs. Teradata was able to reduce that time to only 6 seconds and fully automate the reporting process. We were also able to provide custom analytics, including rig states, NPT analysis, and support for well planning. Once we demonstrated our ability to handle the data, we were also tasked with collaborating with their WITSML sensor data providers to fully automate acquisition of data from the drilling rigs directly into Teradata. What was once a manual process is now fully automated end to end and can be billed directly to the drilling rig as a day rate that is much less expensive than other alternatives. With hundreds of wells of data available for analysis, we were then able to do much deeper dives into their drilling performance. And so they asked us to look at mud motor failures. In only 3 days, we were able to develop a set of parameters which could be used to predict mud motor wear and potential for failure. The scale and power of Teradata allowed us to quickly and easily analyze 1 second data from hundreds of wells to identify these patterns. For another operator, we were also able to identify the root cause of drill bit failure in Churty line formations. We combined 1 second WITSML data, LAS wireline log data, and natural language in the form of sentences from their WellView system. And rather than accepting the conventional wisdom that chert nodules were responsible for DBRing their bits, we were able to show that a commonly observed pattern of human behavior was most strongly associated with failure, rather than assuming it was rock properties, we could show that the drillers would increase their weight on bit and not get more ROP. When they increased their RPM, they wouldn't get more ROP, and they would continue to do that. And we were able to show that that was the most likely cause, and that actually rock properties were not even associated with failures. By using built-in Teradata functions, we were able to analyze 450 wells worth of data in only 20 minutes, allowing us to evaluate hundreds of possible scenarios and hypotheses. By eliminating constant loading and reloading of data and instead pushing the analytics to the data, we were able to quickly perform analysis that had stumped engineers for months. During this process, we also learned that there was a potential blocker to value in future projects like this. We observed that as many as 50% of the dull grades were inconsistent with the dull grade codes in WellView. That is, that the people describing the wear did not match them to the actual codes in the IADC schema. And so as part of our commitment to improving the state of the art in oil and gas, we invested in a solution to this problem. And it's what we call Bitbox. And it's a system that's designed in collaboration with our oilfield services partners who can deliver it to the rigs, a small device to inspect bits and joint image data with sensor and product systems of record to provide an unparalleled ability to evaluate and predict drill bit wear and damage and to feed that back into product improvement. Our design allows rig crews to gather extremely high quality images of bits with the least amount of effort. We then combine 4.8 gigapixels of data to create a high fidelity digital model of the bit that can then be used to evaluate features much smaller than 100 microns, which is much more detailed and can be easily resolved with traditional handheld cameras in use on rigs today. We then use artificial intelligence to break the bit into all of its atomic components and analyze them each individually, blade by blade, cutter by cutter, nozzle by nozzle. Most importantly, though, we make it very easy to access the data and to join it with WITSML, Wellmaster, and other vital systems. As you can see, Teradata is very committed to investing and improving the state of the art in oil and gas. We have a growing list of customers who use Teradata to achieve real business outcomes every day. We are also committed to supporting wide-ranging industry initiatives, including OSDU, SPE committees, IADC, and the Operators Group for Data Quality. We're also partners with those who you rely on in other ways, including all three public clouds and many large oilfield service providers. We also provide service and support for internal development efforts at many of our customers. So what is Teradata really? Well, we don't make all the things you use, but we make them better. We're an ultra high performance parallel database that is ideal for iterative science and engineering problems. We scale infinitely, and we're self-optimizing. We are a collection of analytics that go to the data instead of the data going to the analytics. That saves a lot of time and a lot of effort. And our analytics have been shown and proven to solve real world oil and gas problems. And we have a long history of trustworthiness and success around the world. We've been providing platform for 40 years. We have 9,000 employees, and we've been listed as one of the world's most ethical companies for 12 consecutive years. Teradata brings to the table a collection of off-the-shelf solutions for oil and gas that can deliver value from our platform very quickly with low risk. We are cloud agnostic, and our software pricing and support is the same no matter where you decide to host, even if you choose to be on premise. And we are, bar none, the highest performing analytics platform available today. We think it's time to reimagine how you use your data and which partners you think will help you cross the digital divide. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions you may have.